How's it going, guys? Welcome back. Today we are doing some more NHL 20 ratings reveals, numbers 40 through 31, who's hopefully, some guy could pronounce the names right. Jesus. Ryan O'Reilly, Morgan, what's the difference, right? I mean, never mind. There's a little bit of a difference. You couldn't tell. If you was looking at the face scan, to be completely fair, you may not have known the difference, all right? And starting off with number 40 is Alex Pietrangelo. Petro had a great season and was the lead D-man on the Cup winners, but unfortunately for Petro, the league has judged D-man more and more on how many points a player puts up in a season, and Petro's lacking in that area. Didn't even yield him a top 20 finish in the Norris voting this year, so it's hard to argue the rank 40, unfortunately for him. 39 is John Carlson. He was ranked 41 last year. Funny we talk about points. Carlson just put up his best season from a point standpoint, dropping 70, finishing 4th in the voting for the Norris. And although he is only moving up a couple spots on the list, he is seeing an overall upgrade from an 88 to an 89, so I can get behind him being right here. Number 38 is Braden Holtby. I'm going to refrain from commenting too much on Holtby until we see what goalies are ahead of him, but he dropped a 907 save and a 911 save percentage over the past 2 years on one of the best teams in the NHL. So the argument for a lot of goalies to be ahead of him is obviously there. His 5 years of dominance before these past 2 seasons gets accounted for in his resume though, hence the reason he sees a downgrade, but he still stays around that 89 overall range. 37 is Mitch Marner, a 94-point monster season for Marner. The only question is who's going to be the guy to at Marner and his agent and let him know he is the 37th best player in the league and he needs to take less money in that contract. 36 is Artemi Panarin, ex-Blue Jacket, current Ranger. Panarin didn't budge an inch. He did see an overall upgrade though, and I'm behind it. His overall was a smidge low last season. It's where it probably should be this year at an 89. 35 is Leon Draisaitl. I'll let everyone discuss on this one. Draisaitl is a solid player and just logged a lot of ice time with the best player in the league, so obviously his stats are going to be a little bit inflated, but he's proven he can produce on his own on numerous occasions, and he dropped 50 goals this season. I don't care who you're playing with, that's no fluke, and for that we have to respect Draisaitl being ranked this high, I think. 34 is Blake Wheeler. Wheeler with the -4 here. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little shocked. Over the past 2 seasons, the only players with more assists than Wheeler are McDavid and Kucherov. Not to mention he's thrown on back-to-back 91-point seasons. He's also a bigger forward, so he should get some good defensive stats from a video game standpoint there. It's going to be very hard for anyone to convince me Wheeler deserved to go down on this list. If anything, he proved last season wasn't a fluke one-and-done type season. 33 is Marc Giordano. I know Jets fans love this one. That's right. I read the comments section of those top 20 centers predictions, and hey, I don't blame you guys. I really don't blame you guys. Giordano has been a very, very good player over the past 3 seasons. Some would say very underrated point per game player over those 3 seasons. If it weren't for injury, he'd be a 30+ goal scorer each of those 3 seasons. We'll have to see who ends up above him. Keep in mind, every player on this list is an 89, so they could all technically be interchangeable, right? 32 is Claude Giroux. Another great season out of Giroux. I think the thing that has been killing his rating has always been that he's not a goal scorer, almost always under 30 goals. 2017, 2018 was the first time he scored over 30 goals, and this past season he scored 22 goals and scored 17 less points. So when you factor that in, it makes sense as to why he would drop a few spots on the list, but not an overall point. Coming in at number 31, maybe the shocker of the list, Marc Giordano. Logically, Giordano should be the highest rated defenseman in the game because he is the reigning defending best defenseman in the league, being he won the Norris. But since NHL games don't come out every year, they're not a yearly game, we sum up his previous season performances, you divide it by 2, times it by 1.5, and you get an 89 overall. All jokes aside, I am beyond surprised that he didn't get at least a 90. Now, I understood why EA didn't give him like a 91 or 92. They usually don't give guys a 91 or 92, whether they deserve it or not, as a Norris Trophy winner if they was never ranked before, and he wasn't ranked in a top 50 last season. But to not even get a 90 overall for being the best defenseman in the league last season kind of is a little astonishing, to put it lightly, to be quite honest. So Giordano 31, I don't know, not big on that one. But that's going to be 40 through 31. Be sure to tune into tomorrow's video to see 30 through 21. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. As always, I thank you guys for watching. We will see you next time.